Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, I can hear you now too, man. How you doing?
Good, you.
Dude, good, man. It's so nice to meet you.
Likewise, I am just gonna fix my camera because I don't know why I'm so close.
Nah, do your thing, bro. Yeah, you look good.
Good to meet you too, man. Sorry it's been up and trying to organize this.
No worries, man. I know that you're a busy guy and you went on vacation and the time difference between Wyoming and Australia.
I know. Pretty much everyone international, the time zone is always shit for
Yeah.
Australia.
Dude, how did you get in like just while you're fixing your camera? Like how did you get into like what how did you become like Mr. Rant and how did you get involved in just talking about the stuff that you talk about? Like when I first saw your post, and I'll probably include this in the podcast too, because like I think it's interesting. But like you tagged us in a post as like your weekly shout outs. And I was like, oh, what the hell? This is cool. And so I looked in like your stuff and then oh, this guy's cool. And then like your take on the Dark Knight Rises is what really hooked me because I was like, I think that Dark Knight Rises is one of the most underrated superhero movies of all time. Fucking love that movie. I think it's amazing. Tom Hardy, freaking the sound, the hand, like Hans Zimmer at his best, all this different stuff. And I don't get the hate that it gets. And I was like, this guy gets it. And so I was just curious, like, how did you get into like what you're doing?
And look, I 100% agree with you on The Dark Knight. And I think people forget the fact that with that film is that they did the best job they had, given the fact the second major character from their second film died.
Yep.
So this was the best outcome you could possibly have had
Yep.
for it. So I know I've always been passionate about movies. I've always been passionate about TV shows and video games, and I've always had that little thing of I wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I never did. Talk about more about stuff. And then when COVID hit, my wife at the time was like, "Well, there's no, what else are you gonna do? There's nothing. It's the best time to do it because we can't go anywhere, and all you can do is drink." So I was
Yeah.
like. All right, you got me there. So I finally did it, and originally, because like my last name is Morgan, and originally the name was going to be called uh, the Morgan Experience or something like that. And it just didn't
Yeah.
resonate with me. I was like, it just doesn't have that click to me. And then she actually gave me the idea because she was like, every time me and my friends watch a movie, would stay an hour later and would just rant about the entire film, about this little thing, that little thing, and I was like, oh, that's catchy. So scrolled it, couldn't find any other name of another podcast that had rant in it. I actually found one other YouTube channel that had lights, camera, rant, but that had been no new videos for about 10 years.
Jeez.
So I was like, I should be fine. And then originally I didn't actually call myself Mr. Rant. It was one of my friends or it was a fan who was like, oh no, I was start calling yourself Mr. Rant. And I was like, pretty fucking good. It's pretty
Dude.
good. So it just kind of turned into that. And I thought, well, if people are tuning in for my podcast, if we're talking about it for an hour, generally it's just me ranting about the latest news, what I didn't like, what I did like. And if you come through the journey with me, that's the best part
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it seems like
at
you're
all.
killing it, man. Like it seems like you're going like premieres all the time and like it seems like it's really like just like this thing you started during COVID is really blown up. It's really cool to see. Like once you start like doing like a deep dive into like who you are and what you do, I'm like, oh, this guy's fucking killing it with this thing.
Thank you. It's only been the past 2 years. I thought I'd start reaching out to people. So reached out to Universal, reached out to Warner Brothers. It was another Aussie podcast that actually gave me the lead because I watched him and he was going to all these premieres. I was like, "How are you going to these?" And he's like, "Oh." He's like, call it. He's like, email this person, create a media kit for your podcast, which is, basically your resume. Send it to them, and yeah, it's been great since then. I mean, these invites, and it's funny actually because next week I've got one on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They've all like just lined up.
That's cool, man. Is it
Uh,
premiere? Is it better than going with like the regular audience? I would assume so. Like I went and saw like I went and saw this movie that I loved, man. Like I think it's my favorite movie of the year. It's called She Rides Shotgun, and I
Oh
really,
yeah,
yeah, I just loved it, man. I just love the story. I'm a total stan for like those kind of stories too, like the whole like dad coming out of prison or he's a druggie or whatever, and you gotta like step up and like take care of his kid. Like I'm a total stan for like those
that's up.
stories. Yeah, like stories like Logan or like stories like The Last of Us. I'm a total stan for those. And I was watching, I was having a good time, and I was the only one in the theater except with like some older folks, just to be nice, and like none of them silenced their phones, none of them. And so
Oh,
like,
dude,
ew,
it's
freaking, so like, yeah, like every like Fox News update or every freaking uh like text message coming in, like it's going off, and they're just totally oblivious. It's their phone. It starts ringing a few times. One of them like stands up like right in the middle to like stretch her legs, but doesn't move at all. And it's like I'm watching like the movie, and like you get this person standing like right here. I'm like, dude, what? Like, sit down. And so,
yeah.
and like I said, just curious, like, are premieres any better as far as like weeding out some of the stupid, or they still have some of the
Dude, I am right there with you. I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I think I ranted for like I think 20 minutes on the podcast just bitching and moaning about cinema etiquette is out the fucking door now. Don't know why post COVID, but it's some of them are, but I've been to some premieres which how it works is I think it's like they send out invites to people they know personally. They send out invites to people helping with the event and, just general sometimes audience members. And I've had some where I think the Materialist this year, that was with Pedro Pascal and Chris Chris Evans. And we had a bunch of mums that were just like talking through the whole movie. I'm like, I'm like, it's a fucking premiere. This should be the word of the place where you have the most etiquette. And then I think it was one of the horror movies we went and saw. Literally a dude next to us scrolling, light on his phone.
gosh.
And my mate, who I usually go with, he got up. He's like, "Mate, can you turn off your light? Like, what are you doing?" And he got up and left. I'm like, just because you get a free ticket doesn't mean for you not to have etiquette in watching a premiere. You've been invited or you've got this. It's an experience to be here. And there's some people like myself and the other podcasters, we try and grind and we try and, really promote for it. And then you're just like, yeah, I guess I'll watch it.
God, dude. Oh my God.
Now, even for premieres, the etiquette is sometimes still not there.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, just it's fascinating, man. Like I got really lucky. A couple weeks ago, I went to like my hometown theater. They did like a rewatch of like all of the Lord of the Rings extended versions, and so it was like a whole day
Nice.
thing. Oh, dude, it was so awesome. And thank God I had a good theater, man. Like nobody's on their
Mm.
phones. Like no one like was clapping a movie we've seen 1,000 times. Like everything was. It was really awesome to where I could like feel like you're having like this awesome cinema experience.
Mm.
And my buddy, he went to a couple of different theaters, and he just like people were on their phones. They got bored because it's a 12-hour long movie, talking, cheering, and dude, I don't know what happened with COVID to why people's brains just shifted to where it's like everywhere they go now, they think they're in their living room, and it's crazy.
They do. 110%, man. People are just, I don't know, just don't care or can't. They're just so stuck in that 3 second reel format that they can't sit down and watch a film straight for 60 minutes. And I think to myself, I'm like, what did you, yeah, Lord of the Rings, Endgame, what was it, King Kong? What do you do with these movies that are like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, just sit down and fucking watch it. But yeah, this premiere with these mums talking, it was just, oh, I was like, how much of it to drink? Because they give you a drink depending on like either a beer or a wine,
Yeah.
but you're meant to, have them graciously,
Yeah. Dude.
not just
Dude, that's
neck and
great.
back.
Well, man, just congrats on the success, man. Like it's so cool to see.
Thanks.
It's been cool to like see like just a short time I've known you like seeing your journey, and I'm really honored that you'd come on like the Locked Off Logic podcast. Like we started
Oh,
this,
of
me and my
course.
buddy. this year is to kind of dissect stories that are
Yeah.
meaningful to us, like dissect our own stories. And he's really bummed that he can't be
Yeah.
here. Like he's raising money right now for his new short film, and so he's out and about like doing his thing, like making art like he does. But like I said, I really grabbed onto your content because of your Dark Knight take, and you're watching Peacemaker now. I just saw your post a couple days ago of
Mm.
Peacemaker, and I was like, I just want to know. I'm just curious. I want to talk to this guy about Superman and the Fantastic Four. Basically like three questions, and like I'll let like these three questions kind of guide our combo for the rest of the podcast. But like first off, like which one did you like better? Did you like Superman better? Did you like Fantastic Four better? And whichever one you choose, like why did you like that one better?
I'll definitely give my answer to that, but I want to actually congratulate you guys because the how I found you guys was because it came up on my Instagram suggestions.
Oh, that's cool, man.
It came up with like, these are people that we suggest and these are other podcasters. And I listened to your first two episodes and I thought you guys did a really good job. And um, that's why I shared you out, guys, because the how even further back, the reason I do the Monday shout outs is that when I started, I had another Aussie podcaster. He used to do shouts very similar. And then I thought, you know what, that's just a great way because what we do is a grind. It's our passion and love. We don't get paid to do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you can be like, oh, why am I doing this before you turn on the mic?
Yeah,
So I've been doing the Monday shouts for nearly 4 years now,
dude.
doing those, and it's been a great opportunity to meet people like yourselves, and just chat with other like-minded people about, whether it's movies, if it's TV shows or video games, just to rant about anything.
Yeah. Dude, that's cool, man. Thank
Uh,
you. That's really kind of you to say. I'm glad that we're trying our best, that's for sure. And it's
yeah, I
fun.
know, and I
It's good.
And I'm glad you find it fun because I do appreciate that you comment on every single one.
Oh, always, dude. And I always give a follow to like all those people you post. Like you always post like 7 or 8 accounts. And I'm just
Mm,
like, if I don't follow them already, I'm just like boom, 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 boom. Like all these
mm,
like little, like indie podcasts we all have. Like that support goes a long way, Like someday, like there's some weeks where like we like get locked off, like we actually lose followers. Like we'll lose like two of them. We're like, oh no, we're down to like 700 and whatever followers.
yeah.
So like if you can like, help somebody out by giving them a follow and just helping their algorithm, like so yeah, we'll always be commenting on those Monday shout outs, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I do hope that when you do follow them, that they all follow you back. I have seen like on your profile that a few of the other group have started following you, which is fantastic to see.
Yeah, most of them do, dude. Yeah, most of them do.
Yeah. That's great. So Superman and Fantastic Four. For me, being a Marvel fan, I enjoyed Fantastic Four more. Especially this is leading up to Avengers Doomsday, which is, a sequel to Avengers Endgame. It's going to be one of the biggest movies coming out next year. So this being that second final piece before the movie. However, in saying that, I fully, completely 110% James Gunn pulled it off and he kicked off the new DCU era with an absolute banger. And as we're recording this, only 2 days ago, I think it was, officially announcement for the sequel.
Yeah, Man of Tomorrow.
Within two years,
Thank
unlike
God,
the
bro. Like
Batman 2.
yes. Oh God, we're still waiting on the Batman too. Oh man, that pisses me off. No, no, that's good to know. Like my next question was like, because I think I like Superman a little bit more, and I'll explain why. I think Superman for us like matches our like here in the States. Like, I don't know what things are like out there in Australia, but like here in the States, like our compassion for each other is just like at an all time low. And like being kind is seen as like you're just you're like a little wiener, you're just a nobody. Like people that are not from um our world, per se, or seen as like
Mhm.
outcasts. And so Superman, I feel like he kind of matched our moment really well. And I don't know if that was planned by James Gunn or not. Like who could have known like what the world would turn into like in 2025. But like it really just matched our world. And so a ton of my friends that maybe lean more like toward the conservative side, like didn't watch it because it's woke or whatever. And I just,
Ah,
yeah, it was just so sad because I loved it. I thought it was awesome. And But I also like I love Fantastic Four. It did. I kind of feel like I was kind of holding on for dear life, like in the second half of that movie. Like I feel like they were going like at a breakneck speed, which is fine. Like I love the casting. I thought the casting was by far the best Fantastic Four movie.
Oh yeah.
I thought Pedro Pascal, the year of Pedro Pascal continues. Like he killed it. The only
He's still killing it.
Yeah, he's still killing it. Yeah, he was almost in Weapons, is what I just read the other day.
Yeah,
I was
he
like, that
did.
is crazy that he was almost in Weapons. But I wish I would have got a little bit more of Doctor Doom. Like I know some people
Yeah.
like the tease, but I wanted to see him like, personally just to kind of build up the hype before Avengers Doomsday.
I know, dude. I was right there for you. I knew they weren't going to give us much. I knew it was only going to be like the back of him if we're going to get that.
Yeah.
Seeing that, I was like, they're not going to give us the full Doom look until Avengers Doomsday, and when that trailer drops, which that trailer is going to, I have no doubt, going to break YouTube numbers again, exactly what Avengers Endgame did. And look, I think with James Gunn, it's funny you actually do mention like the time period of when everything's going on around the world, because James Gunn has said in interviews he really wanted this to be a more hopeful Superman to what it's meant to be from the comics. That and the whole point of when you have the two split sides between the Dark Knight and between Superman, that's the point. One's completely out of fear. You're scared of him. You don't know when he's going to come out, but Superman is meant to be the hopeful. He's meant to be in the sky. He's meant to bring, when you see him, things are going to be better. And look, to people's credit, which I know there's a lot of Snyder fans out there, I do like what Zack Snyder did with Superman because we needed that version of Superman after watching Superman 1, 2, 3 and Superman Returns. You needed to have that Superman that was very different. It's very much like very much with what Christopher Nolan did with the Batman. After Batman, Batman Returns, after Batman Forever and Batman Robin, you needed to go that full 360 with the character. You couldn't have the same thing. And then we're at that time period, we're at that again. Same thing. Man of Steel was really dark. Here's the 360. Let's go straight back to a hopeful Superman. And that's that's literally what the movie presented. And I know there's a lot of people who criticism going the woke stuff. I'm like, technically, well, he's not really doing anything woke. It's just,
Just a
geez,
nice guy.
be a nice guy to your fellow man. Like, why is that so bad?
No, and it's like if people really want to scrutinize it that close, like you can be pissed off about anything. Like you really can. Like
Oh,
you look at like I mean you look at like too close at like I mean I had people like I love them. God bless their hearts. I love them. But like people stopped watching The Last of Us season 2 because they called it too woke. And I'm like, bro,
uh,
if you're looking that close at things, like yeah, there's a lesbian relationship. Like it's 2025. Like this has been
wow.
around for
Oh,
forever, Like it's like
yeah.
why is it such like a sticking point like for people? And I feel bad because they really missed a good story and it was fun, Like James Gunn kind of throws you in the deep end, like with the DC, and you're kind of like just kind of expected to swim because it comes at you fast. Like they give you like the summary of the DC in like 30 seconds,
Yes.
and then it's like you get the what's it called? The Godzilla thing,
Gods and monsters.
yeah, but the
Oh,
animal,
the kaiju.
the
Kaiju.
kaiju, yeah. You get
Yeah.
the kaiju right away, like you get the Justice
Mm.
Gang, you have all these different characters, like it really goes at like breakneck speed.
Yeah.
Assuming that you're if you're watching this, you're kind of familiar with the lore and stuff, and which I really enjoyed, and I wanted to ask like because now he's got like I used to not like personally I used to not be the biggest James Gunn fan. Like I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't like Guardians 2. I thought it was trying a little bit too hard to be funny. I love Guardians 3.
Mm.
I honestly didn't love his Suicide Squad. Like it was better than the first one, but it wasn't my favorite. Where he got me was actually Peacemaker season 1, where I was like,
So good.
yeah, it's like I don't even know who these people are, and I'm engaged with who they are and what they're doing. And so like as you as a fan, like are you confident of where James Gunn is taking this DC, I guess this DC universe now?
I'm confident in what he's doing. If it with It's funny you do mention about the whole prologue with the Superman, and I'm really glad they did that. I'm really glad they took the Spider-Man Homecoming approach. They're like, here's the story, because that problem is we know we get Lois Lane, we know Lex Luthor, we know or Justice Gang, if you will. We know that part. We don't need to see how he goes powers. We don't need to see him do all this again. It's been done. So let's just get right into the story, which I'm glad they did. And look, yes, very much. I think it was basically Superman year two, I think it was. So he's going to be a little bit clumsy. He's going to make mistakes. It's the same thing why people love Batman year one, because the fact that you see Batman make mistakes, it's not the pinnacle of the character that you have always known. And James Gunn's also mentioned that in Superman 2, he is going to get a new suit. So it's probably going to look more closer to perhaps the Zack Snyder version or perhaps the Christopher Reeve one. It'll be closer. But as a fan, I'm excited to see what he's going to do with the DCU moving forward. The fact that what we're getting with Superman has been a win. Supergirl movies on the horizon. We're also eventually going to get the Batman film, his version of the Batman film. It's just for me at the moment, I'm just seeing him. We get some of these projects he's announced have been cancelled or
Yeah.
been reworked. And like for example, we're getting a Clayface movie, and I'm like, why? Why are we getting a Clayface movie without Batman? Do not do the Sony thing and go, here's Morbius without Spider-Man. Here's Kraven the Hunter without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Here's Madam Web without Spider-Man, even though the whole thing is called Madam Web with Spider-Women, but there
Yeah.
is no Spider-Man. That's my type of fear I'm getting is like, don't give us these films without the Batman. And like, yes, proven wrong. Joker 1, fan freaking tastic. Joker 2,
Fucking
big pile of shit.
yeah. Huh. Yeah, I think sometimes like these guys get excited, like even like that was the old DC problem too, is like where did Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey come from, honestly? Or like Black Adam, like just kind of like boom, like let's throw out like this random bullshit and like see what sticks. And
Yeah, that's it. That's all
yeah,
it did. After they fired after that well they didn't fire Zack Snyder. Unfortunately he had to bow out due to some family problems.
yeah,
But after Zack Snyder left, that's when it all went to shit. And not to mention Warner Brothers got very scared and skittish after the box office performance of Batman v Superman and what happened with the Justice League, first Justice League movie.
yeah. That was bad, dude. I remember when I watched Batman vs Superman, I was like, I really wanted to like that film. I wanted to like it. And like it's not off to like a perfect start. Like obviously the whole like the Batman thing where that's gotta be hard for James Gunn, where like he kind of comes in at the tail end of like this massive success with Batman, where people are loving this character, this universe, and the Penguin massively successful.
Yeah.
Like he's got to kind of come in and just be like, how do I like?
Yeah.
I think that he when he first came in, he probably wanted to axe this and like just put it away and like bring in his own Batman. But I think the love for the Batman was so deep that he's kind of having to
Hmm.
be like, okay, well, there's this universe, but there's also like the Batman universe. But that universe is so good, man. Like the Penguin and the Batman
Yeah.
and like, oh man, every time they announce a delay for the Batman 2, I just take the day off work because I can't fucking function.
Oh, dude, preach. I've nearly got to the point where I've just said it's like I'm never gonna like care anymore. I'm like I'm just gonna wait until we actually get closer to the release date and then I'll get excited for it
Yeah.
because it just feels like delay after delay after delay with this. And I've just right now I'm looking at Avengers, I'm looking at the Spider-Man Brand New Day, Dune 3, like I'm there at the moment. Batman 2, I'll be excited when I get a trailer
Yep.
because
I need a
yeah,
trailer. Yeah. Well, with Fantastic Four, you said you liked Fantastic Four better. Like with the MCU, and I don't share what I'm about to say. I don't share this opinion, but my co-host who would want me to bring this up, he has kind of lost interest in the MCU past Endgame, which I've heard a lot of people have. Like I do think they're missing out. Like I think the Spider-Man No Way Home was amazing. I love Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It's actually in my like top 15 MCU films. I love that film. Um, but like they have put out things like I don't know if you liked Captain Marvel 2. The I thought it was bad. Like the Disney Plus stuff, like I really struggled to get through like Miss Marvel or She-Hulk. And so with Fantastic Four, and then like we started the year, we've got three movies this year: Brave New World, Thunderbolt, and Fantastic Four. my question is with Fantastic Four, are you confident in like that this saved the MCU or it's on a good track? Or like what are your thoughts on the MCU like as a whole currently?
Look, it's a tied thing, which is understandable that the MCU died after Avengers Endgame. And look, it's honestly, yes, they've had some absolute misses with what they've tried to do post Endgame. And and to their credit, I'm defending it. Like they had all these plans. I am sure COVID like fucked them up good. Like just threw everything in a miss. And you could really tell from the quality of the films that came out post Endgame until after COVID that everything got shot. That seems to be a little bit better. Like Thunderbolts, not
Oh,
Cap 4, that
amazing.
was a bit bad, but Fantastic Four, Spider-Man No Way Home, those things a little bit post COVID have really are pure Marvel films. And with the TV shows, even like I know people are like, oh, we get so many TV shows. I think people forget. WandaVision was fantastic. Loki was fantastic. Agatha was fantastic. I know a little bit divisive, but what if season one wasn't too bad? Then we got a brand new Daredevil Born Again. Like that's good. It just
Yeah.
seems to be hit and miss with the MCU at the moment. And I don't know if you've seen it, man, but have you watched the Marvel Zombies trailer
Yeah,
that
yeah,
came
yeah.
out this past week? Holy shit! I was like, damn, son, this looks so good.
Yeah.
So I think Marvel is back on its track. And to again, on top of that, to throw Marvel in another disarray, everything that happened with Kang as well, Jonathan Majors, you're building him to be this bad guy. He gets into legal trouble, so you have to like shift your whole universe
Yeah.
again. So I know people are probably tired of the MCU, but I don't think they're back on track.
Yeah, I like this like when they kind of shifted their focus because it really has like it's been hit and miss. And you can feel studio interference a lot too, like Captain America, Brave New World. Like I wanted so bad to like that.
Yeah,
Like I knew there was like a
I know.
when like they really should like someone needs to get fined or something because they're like, well, it gives like Winter Soldier vibes. I was like, dude, there's nothing about this, nothing that gives Winter Soldier vibes except for the Winter Soldier is in it for 2.5 minutes, but that's
Two
it.
seconds.
But
I know.
like I really loved Thunderbolts. I love Daredevil Born Again. I really enjoyed Fantastic Four. Like I
X-Men
really
97.
yeah, oh my gosh, like that's one of their best projects ever, man. You talk about like meeting the moment. Like that one did an amazing job.
Hmm.
And I don't think and like this may be like a hot take or whatever, but this is just my honest opinion. Like my buddy, like my co-host, he doesn't and like I'll give him I'll give everybody like the benefit of the doubt. It is a lot to keep up on. Like when you're watching
Oh,
like
dude.
Guardians 3 and then Agatha, Moon Knight, What If, and
Oh, Moon
Loki
Knight.
season
I
2.
forgot
Yeah.
about Moon Knight. That
I
that
love
was
Moon
just
Knight. Yeah, yeah. So like there's a lot to keep up on. Like you really have it does kind of feel like homework sometimes. Um,
it does.
but like I don't think we're talking about like is the MCU back? I don't know if it ever went anywhere because these movies still
It
make a
didn't.
shit ton of money. They're maybe not as profitable, but no movie is that profitable anymore just because of the way the world is right now. But like again, like the stories that have come out post Endgame, right? Like I think of like Spider-Way, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Like yeah, there were three Spider-Man in it, and but it was nostalgia done about as well as you can do nostalgia without
Mm.
compromising the story. Like that is a heartbreaking story of what they put Tom Holland through in that film. I
Oh.
loved, yeah, I watched that film now. I just cry like when his friends like hug him after Goblin kills Aunt May. I'm like, this is
Mm.
nostalgia done right, you know. Like same thing with like Wakanda Forever. Like I love that film. Guardians 3,
Mm.
Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four. Like those are five arguably
Mm.
top 25 MCU films that came out post Endgame.
There
And
are.
so like people that say like,
Shang-Chi. People forget about Shang-Chi.
yeah. Well, we have because it came out like 3 or 4 years ago, but yeah, that's an amazing one too. Like the martial arts in
Yeah.
that one, and like the uniqueness and the personality in that film, and like that's when you get like Captain America 4, like just how stale it was. It had like no personality in it like whatsoever. And but
No.
I don't think the MCU ever like went anywhere. You know, like I don't think it
It,
like
it
it came back. It was resurrected. I just think it's just hit and miss, like all studios are. But I don't think it went anywhere.
it didn't, and I think people also forget. People didn't like Thor 2. People didn't like Iron Man 3. There's still films before Endgame. Some people didn't like Ant-Man 2 or Ant-Man in general. So there's still films before Endgame that people didn't like
Yeah.
or thought was really average. And like, yes, post Endgame, there were more bangers. But the fact that, post Endgame, we've had all these films that we've just mentioned that are fantastic. And if people, again, think, oh, there's so much, so much to keep on. As we're recording this, there is literally only um, Marvel Zombies, Spider-Man Brand New Day, I think X-Men 97 Season 2, hopefully for next year. And then Avengers Doomsday. Like that's all we have right now.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's not overload. Oh, it seems overload at the moment as a little bit more DCU with we've got Clayface, we've got the Dynamic Duo, we've got the Batman 2, we've got Supergirl in this, and then you got Peacemaker going at the moment. Like this seems to be a little bit more DC content.
Yeah. Huh. Dude. Well, yeah, I totally agree. And I know you're we talked about Fantastic Four, Superman. I'm just curious, like, as you like as a fan of like superheroes and stuff. My last question, because like our Zoom call is running out, and you're coming back to talk about the Dark Knight trilogy, right? Coming back,
Yes. When
right?
you mentioned this, I was like, hell
Yeah, that's
yes.
my dude, man. That's my fucking Aussie. Okay, just like out of curiosity, so my audience can get to know you a little bit better.
Hmm.
What is your favorite MCU movie and why? Or no, not MCU. What's your favorite? There's three questions. Your favorite MCU movie and why?
Yeah.
Your favorite Marvel movie and why? Which you can include like the X-Men or Fantastic Four or
Hmm.
whatever, or it could just be another MCU movie. And your favorite DC character, not movie but character.
I'll start with the DC one. My favorite DC character of all time is Batman. I actually have a Batman tattoo on me as well.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I can't if it was a shirt, but basically it's the bat symbol and it's breaking off into bats going up my shoulder. I got that when I was 21. Because I grew up on Batman. I grew up on Batman the animated TV show. And that was really Batman the animated TV show is what really pulled me into this whole superhero universe, and I fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it. Favorite MCU film would have to be event for me, Avengers Endgame, because that was just the feeling in the cinema, the cheering, the emotional weight, the portal scene, everything in that. The cumulation was just fantastic, and I still get chills every time I watch that scene. And I remember watching the theater, people clapping. That was the first time I'd ever been in a theater where people were cheering
Yeah.
for a film or for a scene, whether it was the portals or Cap picking up Thor's hammer, just people
Oh,
cheering.
what a scene.
And same thing with Spider-Man No Way Home. When Tobey Maguire rocked up, the people cheered. When the end scene where they all were like in sync, webbing at the end fight, people cheered. So that holds a very big whole big experience to me. Probably the MCU film that I like the most, that I've probably gone back and watched a couple times more than anything. With that, it's probably Doctor Strange. I
Hmm.
thought Doctor Strange film was so unique and so different in the MCU, um, with everything going on. And we got in that same year, which is 2016, we got Civil War, which was incredible because we got Iron Man versus Cap. And then we got this film which showed you a completely new, different era and world of the MCU that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And it was shot so unique to it. Probably if I say MCU film that's outside of the MCU entirely, for me is X-Men 1 and 2.
Okay. That's cool,
That
man.
was cool as shit.
Yeah, I love X2. X2 is I love X1. I love most of the X-Men. Logan is my favorite movie. I have Logan poster on my wall back here.
Yeah,
But I
so
mean,
good.
And that but X-Men's another example of like hit and miss. Like freaking like you have the ones that are really good, you have the ones that are fine, and you have the ones that are total shit. Like it's just
Yeah,
things happen with film to where things. But whatever,
that's
whatever,
it. And the fact that they're all coming back.
dude.
Majority of them are coming back in Doomsday is insane.
I don't know how. Like honestly, I don't know how they're gonna fit this many characters into a movie and make it. But I'll be there to watch it. I'll be there opening night,
Day one, man. Day one.
and hopefully they give us something. They hope it's got to be just. I mean, just thinking about it now, like when they had all the chairs out and they're still not done, and like all these
No.
people, like it'll be interesting to see how they pull it off. But I
Yeah.
hope they do a good job.
I have no doubt they were the Russo brothers, and there's a rumor going around, which I don't know how true this is. Apparently, they're meant to be doing a second chair announcement of the part two of the listing of the cast.
Huh.
I'm like, oh my God.
Can't wait, bro.
Like,
I do hope Daphne Keene comes back. I love Daphne Keene as X-23. I thought she was awesome, and in Deadpool Wolverine. Obviously, I'm sure Ryan Reynolds is going to be in those chairs.
yes.
And I assume
Uh,
like even then, like why not bring in like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield at this point? Like just like
well, that's the rumor too. And this is an argument I've been saying since day one, since Doomsday and Secret Wars been announced that your wildest theory, your wildest cameo is so possible for these two films.
yeah.
Like if you want to have like hell, we got Wesley Snipes as Blade in Deadpool Wolverine. No one would have predicted that.
We got Gambit, bro, who wasn't even a real character. He was like this concept art and never was put like on screen at all, and somehow he showed up.
That's it. In the comics, he's there. He's been there every step of the way. He was in X-Men Origins Wolverine. He
That's
was
true.
in that.
Yeah.
He was in that. But the fact that it's Channing Tatum is coming back in this X-Men. So technically, what we're going to be getting in Avengers Doomsday is almost the original X-Men lineup. Technically,
Hmm. Can't wait, bro. Man, before we
and
sign off, where can people find you? Like the last couple minutes of like podcast, like for my audience to listen to this, where can people go to get more rant content? Like tell us about the YouTube, the podcast is on Spotify, Apple, Facebook, Instagram. Like tell us where to go to find more of your content.
The podcast is called Lights Camera Rant. I'm Mr. Rant, so you can find Lights Camera Rant on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your local podcasts. On YouTube, it's Lights Camera Rant. If you go on Instagram, it's Mr. Rant. Basically, anything Lights Camera Rant, but you can find us on all streaming services. You can find us on Grinder because we're all for every audience. It doesn't matter. Um,
That's awesome.
but yeah, definitely come past. We have an episode that comes out every Tuesday morning.
Cool, man. Dude, Mr. Rant, thanks for being on my show, man. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
You
And
too.
I'll DM you and I'll give you thanks, and then we'll put a time for Batman Begins. And man, just
Done.
congrats again on like all your success, and can't wait to see just how far you take this thing.
Thank you, man. I thank you so much for inviting me on your podcast. This has been a blast, and I can't wait for the next one.
Cool, dude, man. See you, buddy.
Yeah.